Corporate Survival and Reinvention. Most people believe careers break suddenly. A layoff call, a resignation email, a sudden announcement. But the truth is, careers don't break suddenly. They change quietly. This book, Corporate Survival and Reinvention, is about that silence. The silence that begins long before anything officially ends. It's about the meetings you stop getting invited to, the decisions that move forward without your input, the feedback that becomes unclear, the strange feeling that something is changing even though no one says it out loud. At first, you ignore these signs. You trust your work. You trust your loyalty. You believe effort will speak for itself. And that belief is not foolish, it's learned. Most professionals are taught that loyalty creates safety, performance guarantees stability, and patience is rewarded. For many years, that belief works, until one day, it doesn't. This book begins right there, not at the layoff, not at the resignation, but at the moment when clarity starts disappearing. The first part of the book explores the silent truths of corporate life. It explains how companies really function beneath formal structures, how power often flows outside org charts, how decisions are made in closed rooms long before employees are informed. It explains why loyalty can quietly become emotional attachment and how that attachment slowly ties identity to a role that can change overnight. The book also explores why great work is often not enough, not because effort doesn't matter, but because perception, visibility, timing, and alignment matter just as much, sometimes more. Many professionals don't fail. They simply don't see the system clearly. As the book moves forward, it enters the most painful phase, the breaking point. The moment you feel something is wrong, the invisible exit plan forming around you, the emotional shock when everything changes suddenly. This section doesn't dramatize pain, it explains it. It talks about the confusion, the shame, the self-doubt, and the identity collapse that follows sudden career disruption. Why people replay conversations, why they blame themselves, why losing a job feels like losing direction. And most importantly, it explains something powerful. Much of this pain is not personal, it is structural. Understanding that single truth helps dissolve years of misplaced guilt. From there, the book shifts into recovery. Not rushing, not motivating, but stabilizing. It talks about healing from corporate betrayal without becoming bitter, about accepting what you cannot control without losing strength, about rebuilding self-worth from zero when your confidence has been tied to external validation for too long. This is where the book becomes deeply human. It reminds you that your value didn't disappear with a role, that skills remain, that experience remains, that awareness remains. Then comes reinvention, not as inspiration, but as survival. The book explains why reinvention is no longer optional in today's world, why modern careers are built, not climbed, why skills move with you, but titles don't, why boundaries become strength, why saying no becomes necessary. It also talks about designing a life beyond a job title, about building identity that doesn't collapse when work changes, about choosing alignment over urgency. And slowly, something shifts. Fear loses its grip, decisions become calmer, confidence becomes quieter but stronger. By the final chapters, the book introduces a new corporate playbook, one based on awareness, readiness, and choice. Not blind trust, not fear-based loyalty, but clarity. The book ends with a simple truth. Your career is not what happens to you, it's what you build. Not in one job, not in one company, but across time, choices, and reinvention. This book is not about quitting corporate life, it's about seeing it clearly, so that whatever happens next, you don't lose yourself again. If this summary resonated with you, the book is called Corporate Survival and Reinvention. It's written for professionals who want clarity instead of illusion and growth without losing themselves.